All right. Good evening, and welcome to the August 26th meeting of the Nixa City Council. Call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Kelly Morris. Here. Sean Lucas.
Here.
Aaron Peterson.
Here.
Darlene Graham.
Here.
Zern Vess.
Here.
Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. That always sounds so good when it's a packed house. All right. First up, Mrs. Coffey, could you please read Resolution 2025-39?
Resolution number 2025-39, a resolution of the Council of the City of Nixa declaring the results of the August 5th, 2025 special municipal election, declaring a vacancy in the District 1 City Council seat, and filling said vacancy with the appointment of Jay Ortiz. Mayor and Council, this is a resolution to declare the results of the special election we had on August 5th.
I'm so sorry. I apologize. I'm not a phone person.
You're good, darling.
Turning this to-
To declare the results of the August 5th special election and then to appoint Mr. Jay Ortiz to the open seat in District 1. Section 3.9 of the charter requires that council declare the results of the election. The county clerk, who is the election authority for the city, has provided the certified election results. I will note that the candidate that was on the ballot was declared disqualified from the election by the Missouri Ethics Commission on June 10th due to a late filing of paperwork. And then the candidate that was on the ballot did submit a letter of resignation for the seat in which he was elected on August 15th, so that seat is vacant. And then due to that disqualification and letter of resignation, the mayor has selected Mr. Jay Ortiz to fill that vacant seat. So staff does recommend approval of the resolution due to the charter requirement and the need for that seat to be filled.
Does council have any questions?
He'll fulfill that until April when the election.
Yes, this is an 8-month appointment, and then the seat will be up for election April of 2026. So anybody that's watching or in the audience, District 1, we will have that open.
All right. To add to that, wanted to kind of explain to the council how Mr. Ortiz came about and my thoughts in wanting to appoint him. I've talked to a lot of people. There was a lot of people that were interested, but were questioning the time commitment and everything. The good thing about Mr. Ortiz is the majority of the things that we attend and a lot of the things that I wish I had time to attend, he already goes to those. He's heavily involved with the Chamber of Commerce, has a business here in Nixa, so he is heavily invested in our community and really cares about the community. I think he's a very fair individual, and I just think he would do a good job. A lot of the other people that I had talked to couldn't do it for various reasons. One recently had a new addition to the family, and he felt it was best if he didn't, and for the sake of his marriage, I agreed. Happy that Mr. Ortiz was, willing to serve the city, and I think he would be a great fit and a great addition to the council. So, any questions? Feel free. All right. No questions, I will open up the public hearing. If you would like to speak on this appointment, feel free to do so at this time. All right, I will close the public hearing. Any other questions or comments from council? Nothing further, I will accept a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
A first by Mr. Vess, a second by Ms. Graham. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. Motion carries. Congratulations, Mr. Ortiz. All right, moving on. Has everyone had a chance to review the consent agenda? And if so, would anyone like anything removed? If not, I will accept a motion.
So made.
Second?
First by Mr. Lucas, second by Mr. Peterson. Roll call, please.
Darlene Graham,
Yes.
Zern Vest,
Yes.
Kelly Morris,
Yes.
Jay Ortiz,
Yes.
Aaron Peterson,
Yes.
Sean Lucas.
Yes.
All right. Next up, we have service awards. First and only, Victoria Blue, 5 years, Parks Department.
Mayor and council. Victoria unfortunately could not be here tonight due to a prior commitment, but I'll take a moment just to brag on Victoria. Victoria is a recreation specialist with the department, runs the aquatic center, including all aquatic programming, our basketball programs, and then some odd and end enrichment programs and things within the department. Victoria has done a fantastic job. She grew up here in Nixa, and so is a local Nixa girl that honestly lifeguarded for me way back in the day. But Victoria's done a great job in jumping in and taking the bull by the horn, especially in aquatics, training staff and keeping the aquatic center going on a daily basis is a feat in itself. And so she's done a fantastic job with that, as well as her programs, running really strong programs, always willing to jump in and help out. And so we are very privileged and honored to have Victoria as a part of our staff. And we're celebrating that 5 years. It's kind of hard to believe it's been that long already. But Victoria's an amazing part of our park staff, and we're truly happy to have her.
Yeah, I've coached a couple teams, and keeping track of just 8 kids is hard enough. I couldn't imagine keeping track of the entire league. So she's done a great job, and we appreciate her a lot. All right. And next up, we're a little early on this one, but due to the scheduling of council meetings, we just wanted to make sure that we got this done. Some of my favorite group of people in the city. Whereas September 17th, 2025 marks the 238th anniversary of the drafting of the Constitution of the United States of America by the Constitutional Convention, and whereas it is fitting and proper to accord official recognition to this magnificent document and its memorable anniversary, and to the patriotic celebrations which will commemorate the occasion. And whereas Public Law 915 guarantees the issuing of a proclamation each year by the President of the United States of America designating September 17th through the 23rd as Constitution Week. And now therefore I, Jared Giddens, Mayor for the City of Nixa, do hereby proclaim September 17th through the 23rd as Constitutional Week, and I urge all citizens to study the Constitution and reflect on the privileges of being an American with all the rights and responsibilities which that honor holds. We got to get our yearly picture, ladies. Now you see why they're my favorite group. They're pretty awesome. Oh yeah. All right. All right, next up we have our visitor section. Looks like we have some already signed up. So you want to call them first, please?
Kami Kulo.
Good evening, your Mayor, Giddens, and Council. My name is Kami Kulo, and I serve as the City Clerk for the City of Aurora. I'm also a member of the Public Relations Committee for the Missouri City Clerks and Finance Officers Association. We are here tonight to recognize your City Clerk, Rebecca Coffey, for achieving two significant professional milestones: the designation of the Missouri Registered City Clerk from the Missouri City Clerks and Finance Officers Association, and the designation of Certified Municipal Clerk from the International Institute of Municipal Clerks. These certifications are the result of Rebecca's dedication, requiring extensive hours of education and hands-on experience. Her perseverance and commitment to professional development are commendable. The Missouri City Clerks and Finance Officers Association, with over 600 members, is committed to the education and advancement of city clerks and finance officers throughout Missouri. As state statutes and municipal regulations continue to evolve, it is crucial for city clerks to stay up to date. MOCCFOA, which is short for Missouri City Clerks and Finance Officers Association, ensures that the training and education provided remain relevant and valuable to the responsibilities of a city clerk. We also want to take a moment to thank you, as elected officials, for your support of Rebecca's pursuit of these certifications. Your encouragement reflects your understanding that the knowledge and skills that she has gained are a direct benefit to you, your staff, and the citizens you serve. Beyond her duties as city clerk, Rebecca has shown outstanding dedication to our profession through her service of several committees within the Southwest Division of the MOCCFOA. She is the current president of the Southwest Division and has served on the executive board since 2023. She has also chaired the Budget Committee, currently chairs the Historian Committee, and serves on the Education Committee at the state level. On behalf of the Missouri City Clerks and Finance Officers Association, the International Institute of Municipal Clerks, and the Public Relations Committee, as well as your peers and friends in the Southwest Division, it is my honor to present Rebecca with these certificates of appreciation in recognition of her achievements. Okay.
Thank you. I would definitely say we are all a little spoiled. She does everything, I guess. I was going to say a lot, but literally everything. And the time frame in which she has accomplished what she has is pretty amazing. I know it typically takes people a lot longer to do that, so congratulations and thank you.
Dave Combs.
Excuse me, make sure this is right. First of all, I'd like to thank the council and the mayor and Miss Becca Coffey. She's been very cordial and really guided me through a lot to bring me here to this point today. So thank you. I appreciate that. I also thank you for the opportunity to address the whole council about the Richmond Subdivision HOA water retention area and riprap pad. Hope all of you had the opportunity to review the PDF document and view the video sent to you from Nixa City's clerk, Ms. Becca Coffey. Originally, First Venture LLC and the City of Nixa agreed that the Richmond Subdivision's HOA was to maintain the water retention area and riprap pad located on lots number 87 and 88 within the Richmond Subdivision. When this agreement was initiated, First Venture owned all the land to be developed and would have developed approximately 350 homes on the land, which would have been part of the Richmond Subdivision's HOA. Those 350 homes would have shared in the expense of maintaining the water retention area and the riprap pad located within the Richmond Subdivision. However, First Venture and Nixa City, with Nixa City's approval, divided the land into 3 sections. First Venture kept the smallest section of 40 residential lots known as Richmond Subdivision. They sold off the other 2 larger land sections, one to Bustle Builders for the Forest Heights Subdivision, which is comprised of 209 residential home lots, and the other section was sold to CRM Built for the Willowbrook Subdivision, which is comprised of 94 patio home lots for a total of 188 residential homes. The Richmond Subdivision's HOA members attended the Nixa City's development and council meetings for both Bustle Builders and CRM Built when they were in the process of requesting approval to develop their subdivisions. At those meetings, the Richmond Subdivision HOA members requested that the new subdivisions contribute to the expense of maintaining the water retention area and riprap pad. Our request was denied, and we were told that it was the Richmond Subdivision's 40 residential lots' sole responsibility for the cost of maintenance. I met with Mr. Scott Godbey, Director of Planning and Development, here at City Hall, and was told again that the other 2 subdivisions would not be required to contribute to any maintenance, and the Nixa City would not contribute or take responsibility for the maintenance. I was told by Mr. Scott Godbey that if we were to dissolve our HOA in 2030, the 40 residences of the dissolved Richmond subdivision would still be financially responsible for the maintenance of the water retention area and riprap pad forever. My request today is simply to have all homes that drain water and debris into the water retention area be responsible for the maintenance of the water retention area and riprap pad, or that the city of Nixa, whose city streets drain water and debris into the water retention area, take sole responsibility for maintenance. On behalf of Richmond Subdivision, I thank you for your time and consideration to bring a fair financial resolution to maintaining the water retention area and riprap pad located on lots 87 and 88. Thank you for your time and attention to resolve this maintenance issue.
Thank you, Mr. Combs.
Mark Bull.
Thank you. 859 East Stonecrest Drive in the Richmond subdivision as of this past December 30th. So we are new to Nixa. We are enjoying Nixa. We have met great neighbors, and we look forward to our life here in Nixa, Missouri. When we moved into our home the end of the year, 1st of January, we knew that there was going to be additional development, and that additional development is in high speed. And everyone in Nixa sees the development going on, and there's good things, and then there are challenging things, I'm sure you all know. One of the challenges for us is that at the time of its planning for the drainage, there were going to be about 350 homes participating in the maintenance of that drainage area and riprap pad, and circumstances changed, and now there are a couple hundred homes in the process of being built, and time is of the essence to kind of get what ended up being a change of a vision for that property and ownership for that property to get some things corrected and made fair. And so simply our request out of the 40 of us or so who own homes in the Richmond subdivision is that we would share with our neighbors who are sharing the use of that drainage area and riprap because of the city streets there, that we would share in the cost of and the responsibility of the maintenance. And so we simply ask you to take a look at that on our behalf and see if a fair resolution might be found sooner rather than later. Thank you. And I have copies of Dave Combs' presentation if you want them.
Okay. And thank you, Mr. Vole, and welcome to Nixa.
Thank you.
Alex Bryant.
Thank you for the opportunity to come and be before the City Council. I do want to say this. I serve on the school board, and I'm just going to say it's not fair that I have to wear a tie when I'm sitting up there. I'm going to either talk to our president or demand that you all have to wear ties too. So. But anyway, I am also a resident of the Richmond subdivision. We moved here in October of 2021, and when I was made aware of the situation that our homeowners association dues was pretty much going towards, just in case something happened there, it just doesn't seem fair and I'm right. And I'm a simple man, and so, you know, my questions, and just a few of them, when this was made aware to me a couple years ago, and when my neighbor Dave came up and really presented it in a wonderful manner, it just doesn't seem right and fair. You know, you originally had the agreement that the city of Nixa entered into with First Venture, and it was for about 350 homes to share the cost of that. And when they sold off the properties, now it's down to us 40 homes. And, we're told that we possibly want to receive some sort of liability insurance that'll make our homeowners association go up. We need to check with our insurance just in case if some kid goes in there and plays around and gets hurt on the drainage system. I really didn't even know what a rip-rad pad was until I became aware of this. But I'm a simple brother, and the plan seemed to have changed the agreement that the city of Nixa entered in with Venture. That was changed when it was sold, so I just think that it shouldn't have even come to this. I would imagine, my thought was when we first brought it to the city, why didn't they say, yeah, let's do what's right here? Because the 40 homes should not be responsible for this solely. And so, we're asking from the residents of Richmond, our 40 residential homes, that either it be shared by all the other homes that are there that are draining in that rip-rad pad, and we go and clean it. There's stuff there, people in our neighborhood, but the cost of that, maintaining it, maintenance, and in case something happens, that's probably the biggest thing that we are concerned about. If something happens, a child goes down there and gets hurt, or if there's a catastrophic water incident and there's flooding, we're going to be the ones that are going to be responsible for it. So we either need all the other homes that are using that to share in it, or the city should take back the maintenance of it. And so, that's our request. We think that it is fair. We think that it's, right and just. And so we're asking you all to do the right thing and make sure that we resolve this issue for us residents. So that's all I have. Thanks for your time. And Mayor, do I get a picture in front of that with you?
Oh, I'll gladly
No?
take
Okay.
a picture with you. Thank you, Mr. Bryant. And I'll definitely get with staff and see what we can figure out. We'll look at different options and see what's available, because that area it's blowing up over there, big time.
Bart Greenwell.
My name is Bart Greenwell. I live at 858 East Edenmore Circle in Nixa. In the Wicklow subdivision, we back Old Castle. My house backs Old Castle. If you drive along Old Castle, I am the closest house to Old Castle. With that, I'm also the closest house to the apartment complex that is going in on Old Castle. The ones that are being framed, and they just started on the 3rd level, are directly behind my house. I took a rangefinder. They are 40 yards from my back of my house. My concern is that the city has granted the developer there an exception to the noise ordinance. They start pouring concrete at 6 instead of 7, but along with that, they can start setting up their pump trucks at 5. The pump trucks make as much noise as the cement trucks do. And so as a result of that, I've talked to Josh Gibson in your department on multiple occasions. He instructed me to call the police department, the non-emergency number, which I've done 3 times. And I was informed last time that they were granted an exception. Becca Coffey did call me and let me know that the exception was granted due to the heat, and that was the reason for the exception. So I would like to have that exception rescinded, as the heat should no longer be an issue. And I find it hard to believe, honestly, that they were granted an exception anyway. When they got their business license or their building permits to build in the city, I'm certain they had to agree to live within the ordinances and conduct their business within the city ordinance. And for them to come and be granted that exception, to me, is unacceptable. But I was just told that there was no giving. Becca told me there was no workaround. It's just the way it is, and I had to deal with it. So my reason for coming here tonight is not just fighting for me. I'll be honest with you, probably the big boom trucks and pump trucks, I probably won't be affected as much by them because the ones all behind me have been poured. But I'm here, honestly, to fight also for my neighbors who are south of me, who still have all the pads to be poured, who also, their yards are probably 50 yards from where those pumps or those slabs are being poured, that they'll use pump trucks and cement trucks. And they also, of course, have construction lighting they light up. The first incident of this, by the way, they started pouring at 4:30 in the morning. And so at least we've gotten them to stop so that they don't pour at 4:30. But they light up the whole thing, make all the noise, and I just think that at this point, the heat is gone. If that's the only reason that they were granted that, which is what I was told, I would request that that be rescinded and we go back to 7 a.m., which is what the city ordinance is. Thank you.
Thank you. When we do that to do earlier starts because of concrete and heat, which is common, does that change once it's not hot outside? And
So we can look into that. The early permit, I pulled up the dates that we allowed. We'll go through middle of September. We felt like sometimes into September it can be still quite warm. The early work permit does allow concrete work to start at 6, but that's the way the ordinance is written is large equipment cannot be used starting at 7 a.m. So the large equipment can be started at 6, which is the concrete truck, but we did set some rules to that. They have to dampen the sound of the concrete trucks when backing or moving the best that they can for the safety, unless there's a safety issue with the worker.
Yep.
They can't have lights shining unless, again, safeties of workers. So we did set parameters, and they did have to tell us the specific dates that they would be pouring. And then if there are any changes to those dates, they have to notify myself and Mr. Godby of those changes. There's been 2 changes to those dates, and they've given us about a week's notice on each of those.
and it's only certain days of the week, it's not.
Correct. So the dates that we should have left, there should have been an early pour today. There'll be one the 29th, and then 3 more, one September 9th, the 12th, and the 17th.
Could you reach out to them and just remind them not to
We call
start
them,
before?
we do call them every time that there is a complaint or a concern. We do always reach out and ask, what were you doing? When were you doing it? Just to confirm that they did not have a concrete truck there at 5 a.m. pouring. If there is work going on, it is typical construction work. It is not the early pouring.
Okay.
But again, concrete trucks can show up before 6 a.m. They just can't pour the concrete until 6.
Okay. If you wouldn't mind, reach out to them and let them know that we had another complaint at council meeting and make sure that they are following the exception that was put out there.
We can do that.
Thank you.
Just a quick question, I'm sorry, but so you're telling me this comes September 12th, 7 a.m. is their start time? They're framing now, and they frame at 6:35, 6:40 every day.
So the ordinance, and I'm gonna lean on Scott on this one because this is more in his purview. The ordinance states that the time frame, that 7 a.m. is heavy equipment. So construction work, typical everyday hammer and nail framing construction work can begin before 7 a.m. That 7 a.m. time frame is for heavy equipment. So construct the dump trucks, the concrete trucks, things like that. That's what the 7 a.m. start time is. So if they're out there framing, if they're out there setting the little slab, I'm not a construction person, but the forms, thank you, they can do that before 7 a.m. That is not what the ordinance is for. The ordinance is for the heavy equipment. So concrete trucks, bulldozers, excavators. I could try to continue to list more, but that's all that my brain has at the moment.
That's fine, just lets me know. I mean, it is annoying that they start framing as early as they do, honestly. There's some of the walls, like the last few days, some of the walls they put in with sledgehammers that don't fit, bam, bam.
And in all of the complaints that you've sent or concerns that you've sent, I do call them and say, hey, we've got another one. What were you doing? When were you doing it? Just to make sure that they are complying with the dates and the terms of the early work permit. So we are calling them. It's not, we are.
They don't care, I mean, reality. The reality is they don't care.
But again, that ordinance is for heavy equipment. So if they are hammering nails, there's not much I can do on that one.
Yeah, we were the first street in our part of the neighborhood, and so I got to hear every single house get built. And I worked from home at that time, so. All right. Anybody else? Okay, we don't have any other visitors who have signed up to speak. If there is anything that is not on the agenda that you would like to talk about, feel free to do so at this time. All right, nobody else. I will go ahead and close the visitor section. All right, and before we get started, on the second reading ordinances, we recently received a request from the developer on the special use permit that they wanted to withdraw that. And since they are requesting it, I feel there's no reason not to honor their request. So what I would like to do is I would like a motion to postpone indefinitely. And just to give you an idea what that means, that means that it dies on the floor. So it is done. It cannot be brought back. They would have to go through the process all over again, starting with planning and zoning and 2 readings at council meetings. I don't see any reason to table it or anything like that. It might as well just be done. Any questions about that? All right. Well, if there are no questions, I will accept the motion to postpone indefinitely Council Bill 2025-25.
I'll make that motion.
Second it.
I have a first by Mr. Peterson, a second by Ms. Graham. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Council Bill 2025-25 is postponed indefinitely. And also, just a reminder, if any of you are planning on leaving, please take the conversations outside of the building. That room out there echoes like crazy, and it is really hard to hear in here. So if you wouldn't mind. And it's a nice day out, so it won't be that bad. All right. Moving on. So, just so everyone knows, the reason in postponing and voting no is there's really no reason to go through the whole reading again if it's not even going to be, because we're not really, there's no reason to vote yes or no on it at all. It's just they don't want to do it, and we don't want to attach a special use permit to something that's not being developed.
Right.
So it's best to just let it die on the floor.
Okay. From a layman's perspective, it would seem more final to vote no than to just postpone.
Mayor,
I don't know.
postponing indefinitely means it can't be brought back. Voting no does the same. This just is cleaner.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it can't be brought back. It's dead on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. Thank you.
You're good. You're good. Thank you. All right, next up, second reading Council Bill 2025-24.
Second reading Council Bill number 2025-24, an ordinance of the Council of the City of Nixa establishing and levying taxes on real property in the City of Nixa for the 2025 tax year. This is our annual ordinance to set the real estate tax for the year. The final certification deadline to get the information to the county clerk is August 30th. Included in your packet was the 2025 assessed evaluation and then the notice of levy hearing. You will see that the notice of levy hearing has a different tax rate than what is in the ordinance. After we got the pro forma from the auditor, the state auditor, that the tax rate was lower. So the new rate is 0.2886. And then if approved, I'll get it to the county clerk before the 30th.
Any questions? Thank you, Ms. Coffey. All right. If no questions, I will open up the public hearing. If you would like to speak on this, you can do so at this time. Mr. Voll, you don't want to add anything?
I'm trying to think of something clever.
All right. I will go ahead and close the public hearing. Anything else from council? Nothing else. I will accept the motion.
So made.
Second.
First by Mr. Lucas, second by Mrs. Morris. Roll call, please.
Zern Vest,
Yes.
Darlene Graham,
Yes.
Aaron Peterson,
Yes.
Kelly Morris,
Yes.
Jay Ortiz,
Yes.
Sean Lucas.
Yes.
Motion carries. Next up, second reading Council Bill 2025-26.
Second reading Council Bill number 2025-26, an ordinance of the Council of the City of Nixa annexing approximately 4.29 acres of real property generally located along West Highway 14. Presenting is Planning and Development Director Scott Gabby.
Mayor, Council, good evening. Special hello to Councilmember Ortiz. Not going to go through this whole thing again, but we are requesting to annex 4.29 acres of MoDOT right-of-way. MoDOT has a specific process that we had to follow. I did mess up a few times because it is different than what the state requires, but I got that corrected. And we received support for this annexation of MoDOT right-of-way. I believe, Mayor, you asked at the first reading if the sign will be a new sign or if they will just move the existing sign that has the old population on it. I reached out to MoDOT and they will most likely replace it with a new sign so it won't have the population on it anymore. But again, the whole goal is to move that sign close to where our new Welcome to Nixa sign is. So P&Z recommends approval, staff recommends approval. If you got any questions, I'm available. Or Cindy, she helped too.
It is her sign, so. Any questions? I think we should have made you hold the flowers the entire time, but
I'll gladly hold flowers.
thank you, Mr. Godby. All right. No other questions. I will open up the public hearing. If you would like to speak on this annexation, do so at this time. And I will close the public hearing. Anything else from council? Nothing else. I'll expect a motion.
So made.
Second.
First by Mr. Lucas, a second by Mr. Vess. Roll call, please.
Zern Vest,
Yes.
Jay Ortiz,
Yes.
Darlene Graham,
Yes.
Sean Lucas,
Yes.
Aaron Peterson,
Yes.
Kelly Morris.
Yes.
All right. Mrs. Coffey, could you please read Council Bill 2025-27?
Second reading Council Bill number 2025-27, an ordinance of the Council of the City of Nixa amending Chapter 2, Article 5, Section 2-162 and 2-164 of the Nixa City Code for the purpose of codifying changes to the Missouri Sunshine Law. Presenting is City Attorney Nick Woodman.
Good evening, Mayor, members of council. I'm before you this evening to again present Council Bill 2025-27, which, if approved, would modify the city code sections that deal with our compliance to the state's open records law, also known as the Sunshine Law. This past legislative session, the General Assembly and the governor approved a bill that modifies the state Sunshine Law, specifically how long we have to wait to hear back from a person requesting records for us to consider that records request abandoned. This bill, if approved, would codify those requirements into our code. Staff recommends approval so that we can be in line with state law on this. I'm available to answer any questions that you all may have on this item.
Any questions? Thank you, Mr. Woodman. If no questions, I will open up the public hearing. If you would like to speak on this, do so at this time. And I will close the public hearing. Mr. Vol, I thought that was going to be the one. I thought you had something to say about that one.
I'm saving it for later.
Okay, perfect. All right. Nothing else from council. I will accept a motion.
Make a motion.
Second.
First by Mr. Peterson, a second by Mr. Lucas. Roll call, please.
Aaron Peterson,
Yes.
Kelly Morris,
Yes.
Sean Lucas,
Yes.
Jay Ortiz,
Yes.
Darlene Graham,
Yes.
Zern Vest.
Yes.
All right, now on to the resolution section. Mrs. Coffey, could you please read Resolution 2025-40?
A resolution of the Council of the City of Nixa authorizing the city administrator to solicit bids for the Old Wilderness Sidewalk Improvement Project, presenting as Street Superintendent Jeff Russell.
Mayor, council, good evening. This is a project that first started in 2021. Staff was directed to begin developing plans and start to acquire right-of-way for this project. During that process, it was council's decision to halt the project or put it on the table for the time being. It was picked back up in 2024. After that 2024 date, staff has acquired all of the easements and right-of-way. Plans have been finalized, and we are currently ready to move forward with construction if council would pass this resolution. So it is staff's recommendation that council pass this resolution allowing for bids to be done for the construction of the Old Wilderness Sidewalk project.
Any questions? I do want to thank you for all your work on this.
Thank
You have been at this for a long time, and I appreciate it. And this is the last piece that's needed to connect the clinic to Highway 14. So it's going to make an area a lot safer. So thank you very much.
Yes.
All right, if no other questions, I will open up the public hearing. If you would like to speak on this resolution, do so at this time. And I will close the public hearing. Anything further from council? Nothing further, I will accept a motion.
Make a motion.
Second.
First by Mr. Peterson, second by Mr. Lucas. All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. You can make a motion, Mr. Ortiz. I know you're new and everything.
He's got a break. It's his first night, man. He's probably.
Sean and
don't know
Aaron
what
are
to
just
do.
going at it over here, so. All right, next up, Mrs. Coffey, could you please read Resolution 2025-41?
Resolution of the Council of the City of Nixa authorizing the city administrator to solicit qualifications for design services related to the remodel of the utility billing building, presenting as project facilitator Justin Orff.
Good work.
Yeah, that one's hard to say. So, good evening, Mayor and Council. Last year, the council approved $100,000 for repairs and preparation of remodel work for the utility billing building across the street. As you know, the remodel of City Hall will be moving the utility billing staff into the westmost City Hall entrance. When that happens, it's anticipated that planning development staff will move into the vacant utility billing building, which will help maximize space for future growth within City Hall and allow for the ability for multiple departments to expand. This resolution will help to identify an architect or engineer that will submit design plans to repurpose that building to accommodate the needs of planning development staff through the addition of office space. Staff recommends approval of this RFQ. Are there any questions?
Any questions? Thank you, Mr. Orff. All right, no other questions. I will open up the public hearing. If you would like to speak on this, do so at this time. And I will close the public hearing. Anything further from council? If not, I will accept a motion.
So many.
Second.
I mean, they're giving you time.
Didn't say anything.
That wasn't for him.
First by Mr. Lucas, a second by Mr. Vess. All in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries.
I'll get the next one.
It's the last one, just so we're clear. Mrs. Coffey, could you please read Resolution 2025-42?
Resolution number 2025-42, a resolution of the Council of the City of Nixa authorizing the city administrator to solicit bids for seal coating and striping of the municipal parking lot located at 1111 West Catherine, presenting as Street Superintendent Jeff Russell.
Mayor and council. Public Works moved into the 1111 Catherine facility in 2014. Shortly after that, we noticed that the asphalt was in a very deteriorated state, and so during the budgeting process in 2020, we were able to start the repaving process of that parking lot. Part of the maintenance for an asphalt parking lot is to seal coat that every so often, and we're coming up on the timeline to where parts of that parking lot need to be sealed. It is something that has been budgeted in both the electric and the street department's budget, and so we are asking permission from council to solicit bids for that process.
Any questions? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
No questions, I will open up the public hearing. If you would like to speak on this, do so at this time. And I will close the public hearing. Anything further from council? Nothing further, I will accept a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
I have a first by Ms. Graham and a second by Mr. Ortiz.
Yay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Okay, just a reminder, our next council meeting will not be until September the 23rd. I decided to cancel the first meeting of September. There is a lot going on, and we have a lot of staff out. Actually, almost the entire council will be out one of those weeks at a state conference. And there's just a lot of things going on, and it was going to be very difficult for everyone to get all their stuff in for the meeting, and it was going to put a lot of pressure on Mr. Woodman. So I was just trying to be nice for once. So we will not be here the second Tuesday of September. Anything else from staff?
Yeah, Mayor, Council, we've got a big weekend in parks, and so I thought I'd give you a quick update. We do have movies in the park this Saturday at dusk. We will be showing the Paw Patrol movie. Come join us. Should be a good time. The second, Monday, Labor Day Monday, is the final day for the Aquatic Center, and so we will have People Swim or General Swim from noon until 3 on that day, and then beginning at 3:30, we have our annual Doggy Dive-In, sponsored by Seven Hills Veterinary Clinic. Thank you, Sarah. And then just to note, that'll be the final day of the pool in the Aquatic Center. However, the splash pad remains open, and so the splash pad will remain open through the end of September. So we still have just over a month left of the splash pad. They'll be open from 10 to 8 every day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Officer Broadham, did you catch that? I know your favorite show is Paw Patrol, so. Okay, perfect.
As a reminder, the MML conference will be September 14th through 17th in St. Charles. And then, since we don't have the first meeting in September, the Multicultural Festival, our 4th annual Multicultural Festival, September 20th, 10 to 4, new location downtown. So think smaller sucker days. It's going to be really exciting. We've got over 30 vendors, 11 performers, 6 food trucks. It's going to be a fun day. September 20th, 10 to 4, downtown. And I still have a couple of open spots. If somebody wants to come be a part. Aaron was there last year.
I was there.
Yeah.
Aaron,
know,
well,
you
yeah,
were there.
Darlene danced. Aaron sat at the.
Darlene and I danced together, so.
That's true. That's true. You'll have another opportunity. We do have a couple spots at the city's booth if you want to come hang out for the day at the booth.
You'll want to come to that, Mr. Vole. It's awesome.
Mayor, Council, I think that's about it for staff updates, other than offices will be closed on Monday for holiday.
Oh, yeah.
That's all we got.
Anything else from council? Fantastic. Nothing else. Thank you all very much. Meeting adjourned.